Viewer discretion is advised.
Talking Gotham, 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 talking Gotham.
Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam and welcome to episode 4 of Talking Gotham. This is the show where we talk about the TV show Gotham, and Jabe Collins is flipping somebody off camera. We're off to a hot start tonight. How are you?
No, just my niece. My niece is sitting there. My niece is sitting there, and she's she's sitting flipping me off in the background.
In the bathroom.
Okay.
But I'm doing really well. I cannot wait to talk about Fantastic Four.
Yeah, and I noticed that you're wearing it.
I'm ready. Let's talk about this movie, okay? So the movie's directed by Matt. No, I'm joking. No, I got this in the middle of this. I was like,
I'm thinking about getting the logo, the emblem, the Fantastic Four emblem on Amazon before seeing the movie.
I gotta tell you, this is the weirdest reboot of The Incredibles that I may have ever seen. But Matt Wyatt,
Hey, arguably, The Incredibles was basically Fantastic Four.
it's the best one, pretty much.
That's true. And yes, I'm doing great. And now we can finally pick up on what we tried to do a couple of days ago.
But we had tech issues, so we were like,
we were having technical issues. We tried this Zoom, and then we tried going back to StreamYard, and then from Jake's end, and it was not working, and was having technical problems.
All right.
We
got the John Cusack power, though. Ryan put Cusack. We got Cusack.
It was the recording session from hell, pretty much. But everything's going okay now. I recorded with Russell the next night after that happened, and it turned out great. So maybe it's just a one-night anomaly thing. I don't know, but we're here now. Everything is going solid. Knock on wood. So thank you so much for tuning in. And if you like the video, leave a like and subscribe. We would greatly appreciate that. And I want to give it hasn't happened yet, but by the time this airs, it will have happened. But a thank you to everyone who came out for the Superman spoiler stream. I will have seen it. As we are recording this, these two have seen it already, and they both really liked it. I have not seen it yet. I have sworn them to secrecy. I will be seeing it tomorrow night. But the spoiler review stream will be dropping. Not dropping, but it will be happening Sunday night, so stay tuned for that. And then I want to thank you again for checking out The Road to James Gunn's Superman, where we covered everything from Superman up through Man of Steel and up to James Gunn's Superman. Probably one of my favorite Road to series that I've done for this channel. And not just because we got Robert Meyer Burnett, though that was the cherry on top of the sundae. It was a very fun series to do, and I thank you all so much for checking either one of those videos out or all of those videos out. I do greatly appreciate that, and I appreciate these guys for their time and for their expertise. So with all the thank yous and the pyro and the ballyhoo out of the way, let's get into Gotham. Let's start off with season 1, episode 8, called The Mask. Smokin'!
Falcone let us live. You gotta go along to get along, Jim.
No, I don't.
Next Monday,
I wanted to make a gesture. I hope we can be friends.
in Gotham, survival
That is beautiful.
is the ultimate game. The war
You got a demon in you.
If we don't fight for the city, who will? I'm not gonna stop.
has just begun.
Alfred, can you teach me how to fight?
Yes, I can. Gotham, followed by Sleepy Hollow. All new next Monday on Fox.
Matt, go.
And it's not Jim Carrey's The Mask.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I just had to do it.
It is a famous Batman villain called Black Mask.
Yeah, that's the one. This episode aired on November 10th, 2014. It's directed by Paul Edwards. Bruce returns to school, where he has some trouble with bully Tommy Elliott, and Alfred agrees to teach the former how to fight. Gordon and Bullock investigate Richard Sinus, and who is hosting an illegal deadly fight club where the champions are accepted by Sinus investments. Lisa's loyalty to Mooney begins to falter when she learns of the latter's plan to eventually kill Falcone, but Mooney presses her to steal a ledger from Falcone's office that may be used to incriminate him. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the Richard's last name. I'm totally terrible at pronouncing those. Sionis, that's the one. So you're saying that this is supposed to be Black Mask, because we talked about that off camera, and I had no idea that this guy was playing Black Mask. So the mask that he's wearing is just a prototype
it's like a bad mask. I mean, like, it's literally
it looks like the samurai mask that like Hannibal wore in Hannibal in Hannibal Rising.
Yeah.
And also you and I talked off camera about the
bully Richard instead of Raymond. So I was
and you told me that the Tommy Elliot, the bully, the one who bullies Bruce in the school, he's the one who's playing Hush from the comic books, from the comic book version.
Hush, that's Hush. Yeah, it's a kid version of Hush, which it kind of really sucks because that's the only time you'll ever see him again on the show ever.
Damn.
Which that's very sad.
He does come back in season 4, but it's a recasted role, and it's just a background actor, and it's not even the character Hush. Just like, hey.
But did you know that he was going to be a bully to Bruce from a mile away the moment he crossed his arm, giving that look? Like, dude, it was such an obvious.
For me, it was the haircut as like, sir, you're late for your practice with Brandon Urie and the Panic at the Disco. Like, what are we doing?
He would probably fit the profile.
I do like that.
No
literally,
offense to Panic at the Disco, they're a good band, but I'm just saying that's a very 2010s head of hair.
I do like that when he slaps him and then like he gets beat up later, and then Alfred drives him to that boy's house and makes him beat him up.
I mean, he does look messy, but he doesn't look like he has a bruise on his face. Like you got to have a bruise on his face if he's getting the crap get out of it. Like, what the hell?
Like, are you all right? He goes. He said.
I noticed that he has no bruise on his face. I thought it was like, how do you know he got beat up? He looks fine to me.
No, he had a bruise on his face right here. That's.
I barely even noticed it. I mean, I don't know if it's. I don't know. Did you notice it?
It was hard to see.
It's right here. It's right here.
You're probably right. But it was funny that he bitch slapped him.
Bruce had a bruise. Bruce had a
bruise.
Bruce Wayne, if you will.
That was something different for Alfred. Like, I never thought that he would actually like have him go over to his house and then beat the shit out of him.
He makes him go with the accountant on somebody, like Ben Affleck.
He literally did. He literally went on the accountant on him.
Made him go and beat up that guy, like in the accountant movie.
If you notice the reference from the accountant from Ben Affleck and John Berthal, the first movie, there's a scene with the flashback of him getting bullied, and both of them go out and taking them out in the alleyway, and that was a great scene, and it does have some reminiscence to this scene. And this is supposed to be this episode came out way before The Accountant.
Yeah,
Ben Affleck saw Gotham.
He saw Gotham and took notes from it.
I mean,
he's like, hold my beer.
I mean, he must have been doing Batman research at this point, so like to prepare for BVS. So I mean,
he did build the Son of Batcave.
I do like that though. I do really like the fact that I love in movies whenever somebody goes up to a bully's house and then they beat him up. Like, there's a scene I still think the best one is in True Detective season 2, where like this guy Colin Farrell's kid gets bullied.
I hated that season, but I love that part.
Yeah, when he goes up, he says, "You like bullying kids?" and he beats the shit out of the dad.
He's the one who's beating the shit out of him. Like, that was very raw for Colin Farrell to go for that far.
When he tells him, it's like the most darkest thing ever. He says, "If you ever bully my son or any other kid again, I'm gonna butt fuck your father with your mom's headless corpse in the fucking driveway."
I'll come back and butt fuck your father with your mom's headless corpse on this goddamn lawn.
I mean, he did. Yeah, they had that meme where it's like, this is how you handle bullies.
Well, in the first episode of Malcolm in the Middle is like Malcolm and that one bully have their fight. Like, he throws chocolate pudding in the bully's face, and then like the bully goes to throw the punch, and it like doink, it like brushes Stevie Carnarvon's chin, but then Stevie just takes a dive, and it's just amazing.
I mean, or it's like Silicon Valley. Remember Silicon Valley? Whenever
the T.J. Miller.
Yeah,
that was supposed to be like the first pilot.
Yeah, whenever he's like, because they sold the kids. So this kid on the bicycle sold him Adderall, but instead he just like he stole his money, and he goes, "What are you gonna do, bitch? You tell anybody, I'm gonna tell him you touched me." And the guy, that's a grown ass man. He's like, "I just wanted my Adderall," and he slaps the guy. "Get in your fucking house, or else I'm gonna."
Yeah, T.J. Miller, you just brought the piss fight to a shit fight.
He goes and gets a.
Then get in your fucking house.
Yeah, he gets T.J. Miller.
I'll slit your fucking phone. I'll kill your mother. I'll rape your father.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
That was raw. That made me die.
Y'all remember T.J. Miller, Pepperidge Farm, and all that?
Yeah.
But I do like in this episode. There's the things I do like in this episode. one thing I like is Penguin talking to taking the lady's button whenever he walks up. I said a friend of mine really liked that button. And you could tell he either killed her or just beat her up and took her. I'm pretty sure he killed her because he's like,
of course he did.
This show has, and we'll talk about it when we get to the last episode. But like in the last episode, like the very first segment, like Alfred punches the lady assassin. I don't know her name, but he punches her like right in the face. This show has a lot of like intergender like violence. I'm surprised no one knows.
Oh, that was supposed to be the Lovecraft episode. We're not even there yet.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that like between what's implied with Penguin and what we see in Lovecraft are like, wow, this interesting choice for Fox. Like this is network television and all that.
And they allowed it.
Also, like, I don't know why in these 3 episodes, Selena is just trying to kiss Bruce the whole time. I'm like, it's a little creepy that you're making a child, like a female child, want to kiss another child. Like, I just want to kiss you. I just want to kiss you.
Well, that's in the Harvey Dent up. That's in the next episode.
Yeah,
We'll get a little far ahead.
But yeah, I really think that's something that, I do think also I like how Fishman, he gives Fish the button, which I'm like, why would you give her a gift? She hates your guts. There's nothing you can give her unless you deliver her your head. She's not going to be happy.
Dude, she wants your head, and Falcone's the only reason why his ass still alive.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that stabbing in his hand, I saw that coming from a mile away. She's not the most forgiving person.
Yeah, like look, she stabs his hand, and then he does this. Like he's just like sitting there, and she does, and then she literally, I remember she just what she does, she stabs him, and then he stabs him with it and threatens him, like saying that he says, I thought that was so great when she stabs him and then she licks it. Also, Jim being a Boy Scout and arresting a mob doctor, like that was to me stupid. It's like, okay, this guy's literally helping. You should at least like get him later. Instead, he's just like, I do like that Harvey was trying to be heart to heart with him. It kind of didn't you get Training Day vibes from that scene? Whenever like, because like remember the scene in Training Day where Ethan Hawke and after Denzel kills the old cop, and they're sitting in the car, and Denzel's having that one scene, the heart to heart scene. And he's like, look, man, he's like, I'm telling you, sometimes you got to do this. Like Denzel. I reminded me of that scene, this episode in Gotham, whenever the mob boss doctor is in the cell. He's like, Jim, listen, man. Like, he says, you got to let him go. If you let him go, he says, tomorrow we will go over. He says, we will go over to Scioto's place together, man. But literally, this is how it has to be, And I thought Gordon's just such a Boy Scout. He's like, no, this can't be that way.
Well, Gordon feels very betrayed because literally no one helped him except for Harvey to try and assassinate Falcone. Like every cop, including his boss, walked out on him. So it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I do like how everybody in the whole precinct was like, fuck Gordon. And then like Harvey was the one who had to yell and give a speech. And I'm like, you may not like him. Trust me, I don't either. He says, but he's still a cop, I thought. And I thought
because he's the only one who stood up for him. Harvey has a little bit of a soul. Like even though that Gordon is a pain in the ass to him, but he always stood up for him because he knows he's a good man.
Which I think Sarah does. His captain does care for Gordon, and she does understand.
Because they all want to do the right thing, but they're living in fear because Falcone is the one who owns the precinct of GCPD.
We do not report to the mayor. We do not report to the commissioner. We all report to Falcone.
It would be so easy for this show just to be like, oh, they're all corrupt, they're all bad. But you can just tell that there are some that are just kind of
scared.
They're scared to stand up.
I was going to say knuckling under, but yeah, let's go with
But
scared.
I get the
Sarah wants to be a good cop. She's like, I really want to, but we're all scared because
because they're living in fear. They're afraid. They're afraid of their own lives and even their families. They get threatened.
Kill her, yeah, she knows they'll kill her and they'll replace her with someone else that's going to because in Gotham, it's like, look, if I stand up to Falcone and say we're not going to abide by you, then she said Sarah will end up dead, and then someone else will replace her the next day. That's even more corrupt. That will literally.
That's true. They'll find a replacement.
I did like this finale though, and it kind of reminded me of a James Gunn written movie, The Belko Experiment.
Oh yeah.
Well, to correct you on that, the Lovecraft episode is the mid-season finale and not the mask episode.
No, he's talking about the fighting episode with the employees, because in the Belko Experiment, that is basically where they tell all the employees have to kill each other or else they'll start knocking, or else they'll choose randomly who gets their head.
Oh, you mean the third act finale is what you're saying?
Yeah,
the third
from the
act.
first episode.
Okay, never mind. I stand corrected.
All right. I do like that Black Mask. You could tell, by the way, he's just.
I find it very funny that it got resolved so quickly. Like he didn't even need backup. He was handling him. He can hold his own.
Yeah,
I like how
like really. They came in at the wrong time.
Gordon's not a putz. I mean, like he can like handle his own. So like Harvey's speech was nice and all, but like when Gordon says, "I literally just handled it," like he just did.
Yeah. Also, like whenever he says, "Look, man, you haven't committed." Gordon has the 3 men, and he says, "Whoever kills him gets a." He says, "Gets the job." And then he says, "Look, you haven't committed anything yet. Also gets a $1 million signing bonus." And then Gordon's like, "Oh crap."
Oh, I find it funny that Cobblepot was able to take one of Mooney's henchmen and torture him, and finding out who's the spy in Falcone. Who's the spy?
Also. I thought that was funny too. Is just kill him, like, and it's like what? Also, what do you think about Gordon? Also, when they go to the office and catch Black Mask, is the guy with his finger missing and everything. I thought that was funny, and then he tries to run for it, and Harvey opens the door and knocks him out.
That was
I like
great.
that. Also, I like. Yeah. Also, I thought also. Oh, also, I forgot to mention this, but Alfred's line to Tommy Elliott, Hush, is when Alfred said, "Just remember this, he tried to kill you, and just remember, I almost let him." Like, I'm butchering it, but he says, "Line, he tried to kill you. I almost let him. Just remember that next time." I thought that was really
he put the fear in God into that kid.
It's like, Alfred, I feel like is becoming that father figure,
Yeah.
I'm starting to grow on Alfred more and more. I watch him on the show.
Like, because Alfred, honestly, I honestly have always said my favorite Alfred has always been like, the one from what's it called? The one from it's not Michael Caine. I like the one from the Tim Burton movies.
Oh,
No, not Michael. Michael Goff. Yeah, Michael Goff. Yeah. I just like him because he feels like he has like, Michael Caine. I just feel like the only reason why I don't like Michael Caine as much because especially what they did in the third one, where he's just like, fuck you.
I only loved him in the first two, but at the third one, I felt like it was out of character.
I know he just leaves.
He's just like, hey, he just dipped out, like, hey, peace out, Bruce. Go and kill yourself. Like, what? Like, even he said that he would never give up on him in the first movie, never, and then he did.
That's the only thing I hated about
That's such an out of character for Alfred.
But yeah, at least
I'm just going to Italy now. Like, maybe I'll see you.
I'm taking a trip to Master Bruce into Italy.
Yeah, which I will say though, I do like this Alfred a lot. He actually does care. He's like, that is my boy. You are my boy. And he goes like, and he really was like, he's no Master Wayne. And like, I especially remember the last episode whenever he burned his hand. He goes, "You stupid boy." And he just hugs him and like, cause he knows.
Yeah, because he truly cares for him. He's the one who's he's now raising the kid because he has no parents.
Which, and I mean, literally, Alfred is the closest thing to a father he has, and I'm
starting to like him more and more. I watch him on the show, and he's actually showing how badass Alfred is.
Remember, like he was gangster in the last episode with all the I thought that was great.
Loved it. I love that banter.
I will say one thing I also liked is, besides Gordon, also Harvey's speech. I like that. Things I disliked about the episode. Hold on, I'm trying to think. Do I have something? I don't care for Oswald's mother in this episode. I just hated when he got.
That was a cringy. It felt like they went a little bit too Tim Burton-y.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this character in general, to be honest.
I like the one in the Penguin more. At least the one with the Penguin had dementia. It was not.
Because that was definitely from The Sopranos. If you watch The Sopranos, the guy's mother had dementia.
They were trying. I know they're trying to go more like a Sopranos route with the Penguin.
It was literally like The Sopranos. If you watch the show, you get the resemblance.
Also, Black Mask should do more to hide his true intentions. Like literally, this guy comes out just like, if he's not the villain of this episode, that's a really shock.
There's number one rule in Fight Club: don't talk about Fight Club.
Also,
it's a blockbuster haul.
Also, why would Black Mask try to kill Gordon when the cops are already there? Because they say he's just proving their case right. Like literally, he pulls out a sword And it's like they're like Gordon behind you, and then he turns around and punches him. I'm like,
knock his
why would
ass
you
out.
Save it for your lawyer. You could still get out of this, man. Also, Sarah is saying, Gordon, while she's holding a gun, and instead of shooting at Black Mask, or say, put the sword down, she yells, Gordon, behind you. I'm like, he is coming at Gordon. Shoot in that direction. I understand.
Why didn't you just pull out your gun and shoot the guy? He was about to kill him with a
has her gun,
sword.
She's doing this, Matt. She's doing this.
Yeah, but why don't you just fucking shoot him? Shoot him.
It's just very, very bad blocking all around.
Because if that happened, if the guy pulls out the weapon and about to go out a cop, you forfeit your life.
Although I do laugh at when he says, "Yeah," after like it feels like a video game boss fight. Remember how just like he's like, after he fights the goons, you got to fight the guy, and he says, "Well, I guess I'll just have to give myself."
It felt like the Arkham style. It felt like such an Arkham style when he's getting shut the lights off, fights a bunch of goons in a prison yard.
I love Black Mask and Arkham Origins, the video game Arkham Batman Arkham Origins.
And it's a very underrated game.
Black Mask, and how it has a white outfit with a skull mask, and it's like he puts $1 million contract on Batman to kill him on Christmas.
Even hired Deathstroke to hire to kill Batman.
Yeah, that's such a good game. I mean,
I wish they go back and remaster it because I don't know why they haven't done it yet.
PS5. I mean, I want to play that game.
You can only play it if you own the physical copy, or 2, you have to have a PlayStation Plus Premium to play it online and not download the game for Arkham Origins, which is so stupid. Just remaster it on PS4.
I wish that's the only thing, but I will say though, I do also. This is like only thing I hated was his man. I like the characterization of the character. I like his acting, and I like how he's. I like.
We've seen him in a lot of roles in shows too.
Do you know what movie this actor was in? This movie?
No.
What?
The plays Black Mask. He was in an old Disney Channel movie with that starred Taron Killam and Danielle Panabaker and Brenda Song, where Taron Killam's a rock star, and they steal his his iPod, his handheld thing.
I remember that. Stuck in the suburbs.
Yeah, and then they get him a haircut and everything, and and then he plays his manager, and they're looking for the little girls that have the handheld, and they're just driving around chasing after the little girls trying to get the little handheld thing.
Yeah. I've seen that one. Yeah, and the guy who was the pop star was in Saturday Night Live. He was in the Amanda Show. Booty's Point. Booty.
But yeah, I just remember that. Like every time I see him, I'm like, he was
hilarious.
in that Disney Channel movie. But yeah, he's also been in other things. He's
been in Heroes.
Yeah,
he was only in the very last season. If you watch the show, he's one of the henchmen, from a cult. But I won't go into it too much.
Apparently, he's a big video game guy too. Like he's done a lot of voiceover games. He apparently was going to write a Star Wars game. Apparently, he says he's going to write a Star Wars game. But what happened is they wrote a video game and then it got shelved a couple of weeks later.
Dang,
that's cool. He was on Kevin Smith's podcast and says, we wrote a whole video game and everything, and we were at Lucasfilms digging through their archives, and we're like, oh my God, that's the Death Star. Oh my God, this. They're like, oh, you want to see the original Death Star? Yeah, it's in a glass case. And we're like, oh my God, and everything, and they're taking pictures and all this stuff, and because they let you go through all the archives.
Yeah, the actor's name is Todd Stashwick.
And he's also apparently in
he was also in the Accountant too. He played Tom's lawyer in the Accountant too.
Really?
But
wow.
I like him in this. I like him in Gotham. You might see him again. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to scores. Collins, 1 to 10.
I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I like this episode. I didn't like the mask, but I did like the episode itself.
Okay, Matt.
I'll give it a 7. It's pretty solid. Kind of my least favorite of the 3, but still good.
He's on crack right there.
I'm going to side with Matt, and I'll go 7 as well. There's some stuff I wasn't crazy about, but I still thought it was very enjoyable. But next up, sir.
I mean, he's still a better Black Mask than Ewan McGregor, who literally was a flamboyantly gay Black Mask, and who's just like, literally. I remember me and Matt were talking about this, but he says, remember how in Birds of Prey, how he's like, I'm not going to kill you. I am not going to kill you. I'm just killing your family. And she goes, oh, thank you. And he has the nose bubble. And he goes, ew, nose bubble. Victor, kill her. Kill her now. I'm done. He says, kill her. And then he walks away. And Victor to kill her. I'm just like, what the fuck?
That and Victor Zsasz is just a creep. Like, he's not even scary. He's just a creep in that movie.
He's not, yeah. Yeah, it's like
he does skin people and torture them upside down in the torture chamber. And
he doesn't look nothing like the character, though. He looks nothing like the character. It's just literally in name only.
But let's move on now, and let's meet with a certain famous district attorney, or well, soon to be district attorney. It's season 1, episode 9, called Harvey Dent.
Day, a hero's journey begins.
In Gotham, you gotta be mean. You gotta be ruthless.
And a new ally,
Harvey Dent,
joins the fight.
I want to make this city a better place.
All right, let's try something.
Break a leg.
Everybody down!
Gotham, followed by Sleepy Hollow, all new next Monday. Stay tuned for a sneak peek of Jim Gordon and Harvey Dent meeting for the first time. Catch it in Sleepy Hollow, which starts.
Matt?
Well, this episode aired on November 17th, 2014. It's directed by Karen Viola. Gordon has Selena placed at Wayne Manor for her safety. She and Bruce establish a friendship. She claims that her mother is an intelligent agent. During a prison transport from Blackgate Penitentiary to St. Mark Psychiatric Hospital, bomb marker Ian Hargrove is taken by the Russian mob, who are working against Falcone following Nicolia's death. And Gordon meets with Harvey Dent, who suspects tycoon Dick Lovecraft for the Wayne's murders. So like we got a bunch of assassins trying to go after Selena Kyle.
First off, Dick Lovecraft sounds like a porn star name.
I was just going to say, like, that is not this man's real name. Like, that can't
be.
John Holmes and Dick Lovecraft in. He says Lovecraft Country.
Like Burt Reynolds' character from Boogie Nights is directing it.
By the way, I love, like, there's a shot in this episode with Harvey Dent, and it's like, like right here. I don't know if you could see it right here, where it has him. With the projector, like the way it's side his face. You know how it does the face.
It's symbolism. It's symbolism.
Yeah, symbolism.
Yeah. And I also love there's this little moment where it's calling back to the Dark Knight, where it's like the whole like Harvey Two-Face thing. And so
he's even giving that one kid a second chance, like to flip the coin, but they're two heads. But most people would pick heads every time.
Rachel!
Say
it!
Shout out to Nicholas Agosto. I hope I'm saying that name right. Who does play Harvey Dent here? He's gotten pretty consistent work, mostly in TV and smaller things, but I thought he did a good job here.
He was in season 2. He was in season 2 of Heroes. He was in Final Destination 5, and he was in Fired Up. That whole like the teen comedy.
Yeah, he was in Final Destination 5. Remember, he was the boyfriend. Remember, he was the one.
He was the lead character. He was the lead.
He gets killed in the plane at the end.
Oh, that's
spoilers. Yeah, he's the lead. He's the one with he's the one who had the vision in Final Destination 5.
And he dies at the end of that. Wow.
Yeah. Which, I really do like this episode. It's not my favorite. I think it's my least favorite out of the 3. I think Lovecraft is a better. Wait, which episode is this?
No, it's Harvey Dent. We get the introduction of Harvey
Lovecraft
Dent.
is my favorite episode, and then I would say The Mask. This is my least favorite, only because the whole bomb thing, which I do think it's crazy that the guy who's the bad guy. Well, he's not really the bad guy in this episode, but the episode frames it out like he is the bad guy. Is the guy from Hamilton?
Yeah.
Lamar. It's not Lamar. He's Odom Beckham Jr. I think his name is
Odell. No.
Odell Beckham Jr.
No, that's a football player.
Odom Beckham Jr. Or something. The guy from The Exorcist Believer.
Leslie Odom Jr. That's his name.
Yeah, Leslie Odom Jr. It's crazy that he was in this episode because you're like, oh my god, a couple of years he would find huge success with Hamilton.
Yep, he was on his way.
Yeah. Just you wait. I could say just you wait.
Okay, here's the second to the last paragraph I'll go into it for the synopsis. Gordon and Bullock realize that Hargrove intends to no harm, manipulated by Mooney. The Russians target Falcone's cache of money, but when a police standoff ensues, the Russians' armor truck explodes, a remote control by Mooney's enforcer. Butch Gelazane, I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name, Cobblepot confronts Lisa from spying on Falcone, whom the former claims will not tell. Mayor James announces his plans to reopen Arkham Asylum to house the mentally ill criminals, including Hargrove. Barbara is revealed to be sleeping with Montoya.
Which I know Ryan was like,
that really pissed me off when I watched that.
It's like, fuck
I feel like I need
you.
Someone should just kill her already.
I feel like I need to put on the record again that I have no problem with Barbara and Montoya as like a couple, and then like what they did in the past and like what they're alluding to now. That's not my issue with this. It's the whole issue of
the love triangle.
It's the love triangle stuff, and it just how just annoying it is. And it's like, Barbara, you literally just went through this with Jim, and it's like you still can't be with him. And then like you. To quote Thanos, you couldn't live with your failure, and so what happened? You right back to
that led to
her
right back to her.
And also, Jim didn't do nothing wrong. I mean, it wasn't like they broke up. Like Jim, literally, she says, "Oh, I'm scared because Fish Mooney's men might come back." So literally, she left.
So your idea is to go back to your ex?
He was trying to protect her. He was trying to do the right thing. By God.
Listen. You do realize, Montoya, that you do realize, Barbara, that Montoya works in Gotham where Fish's men are.
Exactly.
I feel like they dumbed her down more and more. Can't we just kill her now and be done with it?
Like Montoya works.
Something tells me that's not going to happen, because it's like this is the like Barbara that like Jim ends up marrying, so like that can't happen. So we're pretty much stuck here.
Well, I mean, listen. Barbara, he has a look. Barbara is his daughter in the comics, okay?
Yes.
In some points, he had a wife named Barbara, but sometimes his name isn't Barbara. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't like that plot point. Like I don't mind like what they're like. No problem with like the whole thing of like Barbara potentially, they've never said it, but is like Barbara being like bisexual. That's not my issue. It's fine, but that's not the issue. The love
triangle is our issue. Like everyone knows, that's our issue. We've made it clear for the last 3 episodes. The love triangle sucks. Doesn't care if it was Gordon and Harvey and Barbara, or it doesn't care if it was Barbara, Gordon, and his captain Sarah. That doesn't bother us.
We don't care about the sexuality. The love triangle was handled poorly.
Smallville. We hate it now. I hate love triangles. Love triangles suck. I hate love triangles. And the thing is, they're pissing on us by throwing more fire to the fuel. Be like, hey, it's one thing we don't understand how to write characters. So you know what we do? We go the female characters. We just do a love triangle, and because that's what it feels like. It feels like if you don't know how to write a female character, you just put her in a love triangle.
They just have to put them in a love triangle because they can't find anything for them to do.
I'm like Lana. Remember Lana in Smallville? They're like, all right, we don't know what to do with her, so just give her a love triangle. And I'm
yeah, let's give her another love triangle in season 6 with Lex and Clark. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Like, look, we get it. You don't know. Just say you don't know how to write for a character and just make her. I mean, at least
just write them out of the show. Write them out of the show because you can't find anything for them to do.
Exactly.
I mean, that's. Also, I do like that Bruce.
It's like, hey, shit or get off the pot.
Yeah, I do like Bruce meeting Selena for the first time. I thought that was.
I love that. That was the best part about that episode, is developing the friendship between Selena and Bruce.
I'm not gonna lie. Between this and Lovecraft, Selena might be one of my favorite characters on this whole show. Like, I don't know how hot of a take that's going to be, but that's my story.
They place her because Gordon placed her in the Wayne Manor for her safety, because she's the one who's going to be testifying, because she's the witness.
You know why? Because she's a well-written character, not created for a love triangle.
Exactly.
It's not like she's in a relation. It's not like she's in a relationship. It's not like they're trying to love triangle between her, Bruce, and.
But the one question that bugged me: why would you put her in the Wayne Manor when someone can actually look for her in that place?
No one's looking at Wayne Manor for a
There's
home.
you don't have a safe house?
Also, well, I mean, here's the thing. I think because I will explain this, Matt, because Falcone's men, and if he says, hey, I'm putting a witness there, Gordon doesn't know who killed the Waynes. He suspects it's Falcone. And so he doesn't know who's in and he also, Harvey thinks it's Lovecraft. And so literally they're like, we don't know whose pockets are in whose. And also, so if I put her in a safe house, that safe house is compromised because if at least one cop knows, that is too many cops that know about this location that can compromise it. No one knows that Jordan Gordon goes to Wayne Manor and talks to Bruce Wayne.
Not that we know of. Come on, you tell me there's no spy in the unit that knows that he's talking to someone?
I mean, I'm saying like
that police department has more holes in it than Swiss cheese. Like, what are we doing?
A safe house would kill. She would never make it in a safe house, and that's why I said, Wayne Manor. He knows that it's not corrupt. Wayne Manor. He knows that Alfred's not going to drag her outside and go, "Come here."
Yeah.
Well, when we get to the next episode, that completely ship has sailed.
Yeah, which that to me made no sense.
There is no war in Boss Sing Se. Like, come on, people.
And they wanted to get Harvey Dent to actually help testify, and he's the one who's not corrupted lawyer.
Which I do like Harvey's two-faced side coming out when he's talking to Lovecraft. He goes, he grabs him like by the face, like you could tell he's getting.
He switched it on and off.
Yeah, which I thought that was really well done. I'm like, oh, there's the Two-Face coming out.
What about that? What about Ian, the bomb maker, the one who was like bombing from the other rivalry?
I love that the ringtone for the bomb going off was the final countdown.
I love that too. It was a bit on the
countdown.
Literally.
Did they actually? I don't remember them playing it. Did they actually play it?
That was the ringtone. Was like,
I didn't even notice that. I didn't notice that.
You could definitely tell this movie
I'm like Arnold from Last Action Hero. There's a bomb.
And Butch was right there. By the way, he was right there. They could look up and see him. It was not even that far away. I'm just like, he was just sitting there.
Yeah, but also he's not really the bad guy. He has mental problems, but he's being forced to do this.
Also, Selena really wants. Yeah, I already said this, but Selena really wants to kiss Bruce. Like every time
she's desperate. She wants to kiss Bruce. She wants to play tongue action with them.
Yeah. Alfred seeing Bruce happy for the first time when they're throwing bagels at each other. He was just smiling.
I like the part when Alfred was looking in that room, and it's like, yeah, he's actually acting like a kid.
He hasn't smiled since the first episode because remember
he hasn't not once smiled ever since his parents' death.
This is the most happiest moment he's had. And since his parents died, this is the most
because we already know how they're going to end up as an adults with Batman and Catwoman because they actually have a strong relationship, love story.
Talk about shit or get off the pot between Batman and Catwoman. Sheesh.
It's like she's the lowest figure. Think about it.
I also like Penguin confronting the girl, Fish's mold. The female. I like how he goes to her house and then he says. He says, I think you're lying. And he says, if Falcone finds out, he will kill me. But if I tell him the truth, but he'll look at himself and wonder, is she a mole? Is she? He'll pat
I know. I have a feeling she's not going to be a mole. I think she grew attachment to Falcone. I think she's very conflicted at the moment.
Also, these are my nitpicks I had with this episode. Okay. I do like, by the way, when he said that line because he's like, oh, we should call him. And if I'm wrong, he'll just kill me. But if I'm right, he'll look at you and go, is she? Is she? I love that line. I thought that was so great because it's like you could tell the Penguin's one of the best written characters in this show.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's like, but I will say that there's a couple of flaws I had in this episode. One, Oswald's just casually going up to Fish's apartment without anyone noticing. Like you would think that Falcone's or Fish's men would be watching that apartment to make sure that Falcone's men don't go up there looking or Baroni's men don't go up there. I'm like, really? Also, if you're trying to get a bomb in the ammunition factory, when you try to say delivery for inside instead of just blowing up the police barricade, not the factory. Like they go up to the factory, the police barricade, give them the bomb, and then drive away. I'm like, say I got to deliver inside, and then they should just say, okay, here you go, and.
Like how hungry must those guards be to where to be like, oh, saltines or like cheese, and I'm like look at what's in the gift basket before you start diving in there, fellas. Like, come on.
They are so dumb, and they hear the countdown. They hear like like they should have thrown that fucking shit. It's a bomb.
It's like in that part in The Dark Knight where you see the bomb in the guy's stomach is that
the cell phone thing that is that a phone?
Is that a cell?
No. No, it's a fucking calculator. What the fuck do you think that is?
Also, Gordon and Bullock watch the Russians drive away with the prisoner in their Jeep, but they don't pursue, even though their car is right there next to them. I'm like, what? Like, your car is right there. Your car is right there. And they just go, oh, he got away. And I'm just like, you have a car? I'm like, do they not afford the, like, is that in the budget? Like, we can't pursue. The budget won't allow us. The budget will not allow us to pursue.
We cannot afford to buy unleaded gasoline.
Also, Alfred is a cock block in this episode. Whenever they're about to kiss and everything, and all of a sudden Alfred walks in, and I'm just like, wow, you're a cock block, Alfred.
Master Bruce.
Harvey trying to put a person away, not because he suspects of Wayne's murder, but because he just really doesn't like this mob boss, Lovecraft. He just thinks, oh, Lovecraft must be the one. And I'm just like, you don't even have proof. Like, you just suspect him because you don't like him. And I'm like, really, Harvey, I mean, you got to be a better lawyer than that. Come on. Also, Montoya finally getting what she wants makes no sense. Like, Barbara literally, but he should never cheat on Jim because it just made no sense.
To quote from Friends, we were on a break. We were on a break.
We're still doing this.
This logic, I'm just feel like that was for shock and awe. It's like, see, she's with Montoya.
She didn't want to be in danger, but yet you went back to your ex.
Who, by the way, is also a cop, and by the way, who also lives in Gotham City. Just saying.
Yeah, and she's
getting dumber by the minute.
She works in major crimes. Like, it's not exactly like that far removed from what your ex does. Like,
she's getting dumber by the minute.
Like, even Lana Lang is like looking at this poor woman being like, someone should get her some help.
She needs to seek therapy.
Yeah, that's what I had to say about this episode.
Yeah, that's pretty much all. I mean, the bomb dude, Ian, was fun, but it was kind of forgettable.
Yeah. Also, I will say I do like at the end when they're bringing all the prisoners, like all the people that just have mental issues, to Arkham Asylum. Well, we'll shove them there, and then they're just going.
Yeah, because the mayor want to reopen the Arkham Asylum for the mentally ill and the criminals.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah. I don't know.
All right.
Well, let's go to scores. Collins 1 to 10.
I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10.
Okay, Matt.
Yeah, it's a 7. Pretty solid.
Yeah, we're simpatico. I'm going 7 as well. Pretty enjoyable. However, the best is yet to come. Let us get into season 1, episode 10, aka the mid-season finale, called Lovecraft. And no, I'm not talking about HP.
Run! Run!
There's 2 children out there with professional assassins coming after them. This is on you, Dent.
No, Donnie, you won't make it!
Bruce! Gotham, the fall finale, next Monday on Fox.
It's not the HBO series of Lovecraft Country.
Yeah, there's not gonna be the woman from Loki who literally is black, but then she gets inside of a white woman, and then she walks around and then she's like a werewolf. Where when during daylight she has to rip her flesh off and become black. That is one of the craziest episodes.
I don't know where you watch that from.
That's in Lovecraft Country.
Oh yeah, I don't remember much. I've only seen a few episodes, but I didn't watch the rest of it. And then I found out that it was canceled. I was like, "What?"
It's actually a good show. I'm just saying.
I know it was actually pretty good.
What were you saying?
Oh yeah, before we got you off.
I was gonna say, y'all get your tickets to Guillermo del Toro's In the Mountains of Madness. Oh wait,
no one did.
No.
I remember that movie. Remember they're gonna make that movie. He was so angry when Prometheus came out, because once Prometheus came out, he just went on a rant on saying, "I'm canceling my movie because I just saw Prometheus and they have the exact same plot as us."
Well, the reason why I brought it up is that there's this YouTuber I follow named Matt Draper who did an entire script breakdown of what it was going to be, and I'm like, Del Toro, this would have been excellent, especially with you. You fumbled the bag on that one. For what?
I guess he just did not want to get fucking like blowback for being a ripoff from Prometheus.
I think that's what it was. Which he, you know what's sad though, if he had never seen Prometheus, he probably would have made it. But instead, he saw, like, he literally saw the movie and was like, fuck. I was like,
It's like, fuck.
I'm like, wow. I mean, Ron Perlman's like, damn it, there goes my job security.
Ron, I never aged Perlman, but anyway, Matt, go ahead.
So this episode aired on November 24th, 2014. It's the mid-season finale, and it's directed by Guy Ferland. Assassins led by Copperhead infiltrate Wayne Manor, but Bruce and Selina escape into the city. Alfred seeks Gordon and Bullock's help to find the pair. Dent suspects that Lovecraft hired the assassins to cover his tracks. However, Gordon learns Lovecraft is also being targeted to hide what he knows. The assassins kill Lovecraft in a staged suicide, planting Gordon's gun at the scene. Wow. This got a little bit fired up in this episode, and that the assassins pretty much found the Wayne Manor and they were targeting Selina Kyle.
Which makes no sense because there's never been any reason like how they could have got there.
Yeah, how did they? No, I think no. They definitely brought it up in the middle of the episode when Gordon confronts Harvey Dent that he talked to someone and he kind of spilled the beans, and then it just it ran with it, and they just found out.
But he never said. But he never said though. Which I think what it was is Harvey said it. There was, and then they followed Gordon around, and I think they followed him to.
Yeah, they probably had them followed.
And so, which I will say, I do like at the beginning of the episode an assassin killing a guy and then hitting him, and then they cut him. They cut open his body and smear his blood all over their face. And I'm like, damn, that's gangster. Like, they kill this guy and gut him, and then smear his blood. I'm like, that's some crazy.
Oh yeah, the actress who is the one who is the badass assassin, Leslie Ann Branded, who's also in the show Lucifer, the series regular, and she only appeared in season 1 and the prequel of Spartacus.
Okay.
And she was also in the Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, the one with the sequel with Rick and Michonne.
Is she the one that wants to that really is?
I did not see that one. I didn't see the Ones Who Lived yet.
Okay, I think she's the one that's head over heels for Rick, and then she wants to kill Michonne. I think that's the one who she is. I might be wrong. I have to look that up. But she was really good in this episode.
Well, she was just more of the assassin for hire. There's really not much development.
I liked her in this. Like, she's a badass. Like, especially, I will say, even though I hated this.
Have you seen Lucifer?
I've never seen it. I don't.
Oh yeah, she's a series. She plays a demon. Was like one of the Lucifer's right hand woman, and she's a main cast on the show. She's great.
I don't feel comfortable watching a show about the devil solving crimes.
It's based on the DC Vertigo from Lucifer. But no, trust me, you will love that show.
I'm sure as a Christian, it makes me feel uncomfortable watching a show.
Dude, my fucking dad's Catholic, and he fucking loved that show. That tells you.
I mean, to be fair,
it's a fictional character,
preacher, but and that show is that's like a comedy though. But
because Lucifer is basically more of a cop crime show, with a little bit of a dark comedy.
I know.
I haven't seen the show, so as a Catholic,
that should be our podcast next. We should do Lucifer talk. That's another that we should do.
It's not that makes me feel uncomfortable. It's like the line that one line. Like,
you watch Preacher with fucking demonic, dark, and gritty stuff, and you worry about Lucifer the show, really?
But I just thought that's why I'm weird that way. I said when it came out, I'm like, I can't watch this. I was like, I did see though his scene from Crisis on Infinite Earths whenever he showed up in that cameo. I did see that.
They do make him the protagonist in that show, and he's actually incredible. Okay. And even Tom Welling was the main cast only in season 3, and Tom Welling was great.
One day I'll check it out. Maybe.
Yeah, I think that should be like one of the our podcasts next for Lucifer.
I will say I do like but I do say the one thing I didn't like about the episode. Don't you have to go and keep yourself into Wayne Manor? Like, don't you have to beep yourself into Wayne Manor? Like, wouldn't they have to beep themselves? Because I mean, she gets all the way up to the gate. Like, she doesn't go to the gate; she goes all the way up to the doorbell. And I'm like, don't you have to go up there and ring yourself in? Like, you have to go beat, and then they.
Well, they have no good security guards.
I'm like, also she walks right up to the front door. I'm like, the way the assassin just looks at Celine like this. I'm just like. you have no poker face, okay? Also, the way, I'm just saying, okay, yeah, she looks at her, and then Bruce, and like, by the way, Alfred has enough time, goes, run, get out of here, and then punches the woman in the face. I'm just like, that's on the assassin, okay? Literally, she should have been like, oh, help, and then like that, then she should have like waited until like they felt comfortable with her, and then went after Slay. Instead, she just does this.
Like, come on, that's overacting.
I was like, come on. I'm just like, I do like that Alfred just like wrecks those people, like wrecks them, and all of a sudden Alfred, and it just like Bruce, and then he just shoots that lady. He shoots the assassins and everything, and he's just like Alfred just going like this, like Alfred's been waiting for this day all his life. He's like, I've been waiting for this day. He says, I'm back. He goes, he's a
badass.
The Royal Marine. He says, the Royal Marines. He said, this is Alfred just going pow pow like how. I thought that was so great. That was awesome. Alfred was such a badass in that moment. I'm like, that is Alfred that I love. Yeah. Also, I like that Selena was reading. Bruce was reading Selena like a book, saying, "You don't really care about me. You just like, like he was just basically saying like, oh, you." He says, which, like, like when they're on the.
That she was only using them. She was only using them.
I thought that was great. Also, I like Falcone interrogating Penguin about his shipment when they brought him in, and he goes, "How come no one else knew?" He says, like, he's just interrogating because he says that stash house was mine, and he says, "I'm starting to think now maybe that you're treating." Like, Falcone was ready to kill him. He says, "I'm starting to think now you're playing both sides," And he goes, "I wasn't." He says, "I'm not," which really he is. I mean, we know it. Yeah, he is playing both sides.
Well, even though that he was not the one who gave up the shipments, the armory, I think that must be the woman that he's with, the mole. And he knows he knows that she's the one is the mole, but he's not going to say anything and not snitch yet. He has to wait for the right time at the right moment. Because he told him he's going to find out who's the mole, and he already knows.
Which also, I also really like, our Alfred and Bull interrogating the boy from That's So Raven. Whenever they're interrogating him.
God, I forgot, like, damn, they brought him back again.
How Arby's like, you're gonna tell us. You're gonna tell us.
I was like, Bullock, we know you like to play the good cop, bad cop routine, but goddamn, cool your jets. And then Alfred just gives him fucking $100 bill. They give him a $100 bill.
And he starts pulling out more money.
He just Bullock's just like, stop it, you're making me look bad. I find that very funny. He's like, hey, it's like, dude, hold my beer.
Also, yeah. Also, Falcone interrupting everyone at the high table. I thought that was really well done. Like, he just shoots that one guy.
Yeah, he guns down one of the high table. That got Mooney fucking shook.
He's interrogating everybody there. He's just interrogating everyone there. And then looks at Fish and he goes, "Fish, what do you think about this?" And I'm just like, she's like, "Oh," she goes, "Whatever needs to be done, Don." And which I'm like, he knows. He she's just like worried. She's like, I don't think he suspects anything.
He only killed one of the high tables who did not get the job done, who failed.
And he's
Falcone's like 20 steps ahead, though. Let's keep that in mind.
But they're really now showing that he's very ruthless because we haven't seen it yet in the episode until now.
Yeah. I also like Alfred holding Butch at knife point, and then Fish is like, "Where's Miss Fish?" And then he goes like, "I'm right here." And like I love that scene where he has Alfred, which I thought that was great. It's literally like a buddy cop episode with Alfred and Bullock. They're just like
this is the second time they've worked together. The second time. I feel like it's much better to have Alfred and Bullock work together instead of Gordon and Bullock.
Also, all right. I love the assassin's line of Bruce: "Don't ever mistake bravery for good sense." I thought that was really well done.
Yeah.
I thought that was well because she's like, "You're not my target." She's, "Don't ever speak bravery for good sense." And I'm like,
"Oh yeah," when she was confronting Bruce because he's not the target. Selena's the target.
Yeah, she can't kill him, so she's like,
"Yeah, because you're not the one that I got hired." It's kind of like Deadshot in with Diggle from Arrow when he was confronting Deadshot, but he had him at gunpoint and he had every chance to kill him. It was like, no, but no one's paying me to kill you. I was like, damn.
Well, then this whole three episode stretch might as well be like Gordon going through the book of Job, because he loses pretty much everything, and at the end he pretty much loses his job and has to become like a security guard at Arkham.
You tell him, kiss
Oh, dude, that one scene when he confronts the mayor and not to play ball, and he's like, "Kiss my ass." I'm like, oh, he had the balls to say it to his face. He doesn't give a shit. He's like, "Fuck you. I'm not playing ball."
I will say this when he says "kiss my ass," although I felt like some part of it was like I would have said do that line again because the line reading on it. But they said the scene was great, but like wait,
It would have been funny if he said, "Fuck you, asshole."
It's from the Terminator.
I just thought
From
like
the Terminator.
Also, note to self: if for Lovecraft, if an assassins are after you, don't go back to your place or any near where or any safe houses, and also don't stand near a window.
That's good word of advice.
Also, how would Fish know if Bruce? How would Fish know that Bruce and Selena would go there? Like to the
Because Harvey then talked. He talked to someone and then had them followed, and then had a hunch. But also, I'd like the part of the episode when Selena jumps off the roof across the rooftop, and Bruce Wayne tries to and didn't do it the first time, but then did it the second time because he wants to overcome his fear, and he gets into this whole slums of homeless kids around in the underground Gotham and meets Ivy. Comes across with Ivy.
I like that scene too because like Selena's like, I don't like her. She's scary. I'm just sitting there like, give it a few more years. You two will be working together.
Yeah, but what did you think? What did you think about it, Jake?
What do you mean about
me coming across with Ivy, because Ivy shows up in this episode.
Oh, Ivy just hates his guts. Ivy hates Bruce's guts. Like she hates his guts more than anything because she blames him for his parents, even though he didn't kill the parents. She blames him because she says if like your parents had gotten murdered, then they wouldn't have looked for my dad and framed my dad for this crime. So you're guilt by association, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's definitely going to come into play later on.
And Selena gets a little bit of goodbye kiss to Bruce at the mansion towards the end of the episode.
Yep.
Which I mean that happens, So I will say though, I hated that they gave him a transfer to Arkham Asylum. I thought that was dumb.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why? I mean, like it feels like that's not going to stick. We all know that's not going to stick.
It's not going to last very long once he gets the job at the Arkham. And it definitely felt like it was the mid-season finale for that moment, and then the end of the episode.
Well, with that, let's go to scores. Collins 1 to 10.
I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10.
Okay, Matt?
I'm giving it 8.5. This is definitely the best of the three.
I'm going to side with Collins on this one, and I'll go 9. I really like this episode. I think it might be one of my favorite episodes of this whole season so far.
Nice.
But I passed it off to all of you. What did you think of these episodes? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to read what you have to say. And it's a privilege to do this show with these guys every week. Collins, tell the people where they can find you.
Krypton. No, they can find they can find me. They can find me at the war. There's a war coming, right? Powerful war, great.
A terrible war.
You don't say.
No, they can find me at 3D Movie Cinema, where I just dropped my review for Superman. By the time this aired, this review would have already been dropped. And on top of that, they can find me at 3D Movie Cinema, where next week I believe my review for I think it's I Know What You Did Last Summer will be dropped, or F1. Mm-hmm. I got like 4 reviews that have been shot. I just need to edit them. I got F1, Sinners, and I Know What You Did Last Summer, the first one, not the new one. But yeah. So that's it.
All right, Matt, what about you?
You can find my YouTube channel at MattY92. I just dropped my review for James Gunn's Superman movie, same as what Jake had done. And as for Superman, if you're already watching this right now, we would I'm not sure when that he'll drop the spoiler discussion, because we will be doing a spoiler discussion. Yeah, we'll do a spoiler discussion for Superman. And if you want to check out my other reviews that I did, you can check out my 28 Years Later in F1. And I do a bunch of YouTube shorts when I show off my Blu-ray copies.
Superman, Supergirl.
All of those links will be in the description. Go give them a subscribe over there. As far as this channel goes, now that the road to Superman is now over, it'll be time to talk about some Fantastic Four stuff. So stay tuned for all of that.
That's right. We back, bitches. Let's go.
Fantastic Four.
Flame on.
That's
It's
good
clobber
talk.
time.
But thank you all so much for watching. For Jacob, for Jacob Collins, for Matt Wyatt, my name is Ryan Camp. Stay off the streets. They are not safe. We will see you on the next one.
And remember, there's a war coming.